Well, hello everybody, and welcome to this matchup between the Perth Scorchers and Sydney Sixers here at Optus Stadium. We're looking at an absolute cracker today. The two teams that got victories in Week 1 are here to battle it out in Week 2. No Josh Pretlove in the Scorchers lineup this week, so Snicko Balbroa will be taking the captaincy, as we'll see in a second, at the toss. I think this one will be important to win because it is an absolute road. The bowlers aren't going to get much out of this pitch. And the Scorchers have won the toss here at home. Let's see if they decide to bat and set a bit of a total, or whether they'll back their bowlers. They will back their bowlers, which I don't know if it is the right decision, but I suppose they'll back themselves to chase whatever the Sixers can put up on the board. Both teams kind of light in the batting area. So maybe that's part of the process for the Sixers, for the Scorchers here, sorry. To start, we get a little bit of an outside edge from Cody Mansell. So maybe this will be tougher to bat on than I imagine. Last week we had 2 roads as well, and didn't see a whole lot of runs being scored. So maybe it's typical of the season as, Cody Mansell, a bit uppish to mid-on. I thought that he was half a chance there, the fielder there. At, who is that, number 15? I can't quite remember who 15 is, but he was half a chance. It's Aaron White. He's looked to take a bit of a development in his game this season. And as I say that, he gets kind of placed nicely. Tavita Vuvalanyawa there, stopping the 4. And only runs for 2. Cody Mansell last week, from memory, he seemed to struggle a bit with the bat. The Sixers have struggled kind of to find the positions for their 1, 2, and 3. So it'll be interesting to see if he can get going at any point. He's edged it over the keeper. A bit of luck there goes his way. On the short ball, didn't quite get on top of it, but just swung hard enough where it didn't really matter. It's edged over the keeper for 4 runs. Balbroa doesn't look happy with that one, but I think it's probably a good sign that he's getting the keeper involved. There's half a chance there, Jack Carl. Stop there at silly mid-on. Aaron White will look to close out a pretty decent first over. Cody Mansell not really given much to him. There's another short ball. He plays that one better. But again, just another single. Or maybe they'll take 2, they will. A little bit of a misfield there from, I think that's John Boy. 8 off the first over. I think Aaron White will be pretty happy with that. I think that's what the Scorchers will be looking for, those kind of overs. We'll get a good look at who this was. It's number 69. It is John Boy. Liam Rogers, 500 runs in his career. He's been a bit inconsistent. He's had some big scores, but also some pretty tough times there. They'll look to punish Vuvalanyawa, who's never really got going in his career so far, and that's a good start. Probably won't be 4. They might get 3 off it. They'll elect to just take the 2. I think this season we're going to see a bit of a shift from bowlers getting absolutely punished, and perhaps it'll be a bit more of a bowler-friendly season. Vuvalanyawa is one of the boys that have been absolutely punished in their career. I think Mai is probably the other one that comes to mind when talking about that. And she had a great game last week. A bit of a misfield there, but they don't decide to run on it, which is probably the right decision. I think Carl was on top of that. Chucks it up in the middle. They'll have a crack at it, but I'm pretty sure he's just smashed that straight into his pad. Yep, and the umpire agrees. That's in the slot, and it's put away, but there is a fielder there. Cannot get to it. And Aaron White, unable to back up his good bowling there with some fielding. Vuvalanyawa will have a couple words with him, because if you remember last over, Tavita managed to cut off a pretty hard shot, and Aaron White unable to return the favour. Again, pretty solid from Vivilanyoa here. We're definitely not seeing like a kind of road score so far. I think both teams will be happy with how they're tracking. The Sixers just taking their time to get set, whereas the Scorchers are not going it realistically like above 10 and over. And that's well fielded. It's John Boy again. And Tama Tatafa, he's an interesting one. He's got a bit of a peculiar bowling action, and it seems to be benefiting him. Seems to go for quite a few runs, but take quite a few as well. You see, he's only played the 2 or 3 games, I think it is. He's taken 4 wickets. Quite a click. And as he gets punished there, like I said, it tends to be a bit expensive. I think Liam will look to kind of take him on here. He's probably the weakest link in this bowling lineup, being the rookie. And that's in the slot again, and he doesn't quite go for that. John Boy, very active in the field. It's all been going to him. Some of these deliveries from Tutafa are very lucky to not be punished. I think Rogers is just going to take his time in this one and look maybe to play the back end game. It's a bit of an odd field from the Scorchers, all in the circle. And that's a beautiful shot from Rogers. Clips it off the pads. Kind of a bit of a mid-wicket shot toward mid-wicket. And yeah, you can't be bowling there to this field. I mean, massive gap in between mid-on and kind of square leg, forward square leg. And off. You could see that one coming. Liam Rogers, he didn't quite get all of it, but one bounce and 4 runs out to the sweep. And gets down on one knee and he absolutely hammers that. Tutafa not having a great over here. We'd like to see him kind of reel it back in. Maybe take a wicket here to end. But Rogers is well and truly set, so he's missed his opportunity to well and truly get him. And if he takes the stumps there, Rogers was gone. He was in no man's land. He kind of lost his balance there. See Mayava come into the attack. Good game last week. Let's see if she can back it up. And it's not a great start. Freddie Mansour read that really well. Just a little tap down to down a fine leg. Oh, sorry, third man, wrong side. The field being reversed for the left hand, obviously. Oh, that looked plumb. Maybe pitching outside leg. This will be an interesting one if Cody Mansour wants to go upstairs. It'll be close, I think, between pitching outside leg and not, but I thought it was pretty plumb. And the umpire gives it, yeah, that's pitching right in the middle. That's a great ball from Mayava. And I tell you what, she might finally have figured it out. After absolutely getting flogged last season, Season 4 might be finally it for her. Here we go, a new debutant, Riley Holmes to the crease. Coming in at the number 3, which I find interesting that Maverick Keller's not getting more time. I think Blair mentioned that it had to do with him not performing there, but I feel like you just give your best batsman the most time. And kind of let the luck go the other way. It's going to be a ramp shot. It's a great shot from Riley Holmes. As he was setting up for that, I thought maybe that was going to work against him, but well executed. Manages to get it over that fielder in the circle. Stop goal there at point. We'll see if Mai has one more in her, or if perhaps Riley can get out of this unscathed. And again, just stopped at the point. Very good over from Mayava. 1 for 8. And here comes John Boy. He had a bit of a struggle in the last match. I feel like he went for nearly 30 and didn't take a wicket. So let's see if he can improve on that performance. Little misfield there in the deep, but they don't run on it. Probably the right decision. Liam Rogers just rotating the strike as Balbro is going to change the field now. Open up that square leg area a bit more. Oh, he's edged it. But it falls safely. Marva will like that. He's driving. He's taken the edge. May have fallen short, but don't be discouraged by that one. He pitches it up. Gets a little uppish. Again, thought maybe he was half a chance there, but John Boy putting the clamps on now. Only one off his first 3 balls. Riley Holmes feeling a bit of the pressure now. 4 off 6. Let's see if he can do something. And it's another dot. This has been a great over from John Boy Marva. He would love a wicket here, or even just to get out of the over with another, you know, even if another boundary's hit. And that's another dot. We talk a lot about wickets in the SBL, but I tell you what, an over like this is huge. 4 dots off it. Especially when you're playing on a road like this, and you can get 4 dots out of an over. And that's a bit too full, but it's not going to matter. That's a beautiful over from John Boy Marva. That is basically the same as taking a couple wickets. That's just as valuable. Great economical over from John Boy. And I thought it might open the opportunity up at the other end for my mind, but Liam Rogers, too classy for that. Hits it straight through the gully area. Or I guess maybe kind of more like a backward point. And another one. Back-to-back 4s for Liam Rogers. No man out there. And he's just dinking them around now. He's starting to look really good. He managed to get himself 37 off 22 last week, so he is seeming to be the informed batter in the competition. It seems he's really benefited from the character reconstruction. Oh, what a shot. Riley Holmes, that might be 6. Oh, it is. Smashes into the advertising. The umpire puts his arms up. That is a beautiful shot from Riley Holmes, and things are starting to look a bit more like season 3, my mind. Had a great over from John Boy, but it seems the Sixers just have had great composure here to get through that over and now start to really punish Mai. Her economy is starting to not look great. Oh, when I say that, beats Riley Holmes with the spin. Thought it was coming back, just slid on. No turn. Hits off stump. Riley Holmes, I mean, it was a decent hit out to start, but not really many runs. As here comes the man, the danger man, Matt Keller. This is kind of the player that I think could get the Sixers a premiership, and that's why he's aggressive from ball 1. Advances up the pitch, hits it for 4. I think Mai will be relatively happy with that game, that stint. 2 for 27. I mean, a tad bit expensive, but I think she's really honed in on her skills here with the ball and being able to take some wickets. She was really struggling with last season, so it's good to see the improvement during the off-season. Obviously transferring from the Heat to the Scorchers, a little changing environment. As Vivian Yawa will get the ball in hand. He'll replace John Boy Maava. They're going to probably save him for some death overs. I think the Scorchers will be pretty happy with the way this is going. The run rate just below 9. And again, I think you can, I mean, if we're going historically, you can really chase anything over 10. What a ball. I don't even know what's happened there. That bamboozled me. Sliding down the leg side, cuts back in, just clips leg stump. And Liam Rogers will not be happy with that, because he was looking good here. He was looking like he could be in for a big score. But Vuvalinyala shuts that down. And Anthony McDonald will come to the crease. He had a bit of a poor Four Nations tournament. And then I'm pretty sure he got a golden duck last week, if my memory serves me correct. So he's a bit out of form. But that'll give him some good confidence. A beautiful shot there of Vuvalinyala. We kind of need Anthony McDonald to fire the Sixers this season, because they are kind of light in the batting department, and he has been their saviour in the past, even last season. And they did have quite a bit of a stacked bowling lineup. Amac kind of came in and saved the day on a couple of occasions. I'm just checking to see if... Yes, Amac did receive a golden duck last week. So he's already quadrupled his runs for the season. And he'll take the single. He'll face the next ball of the first ball of the next over.
End of the over. The Sydney Sixers now
Oh, here he is. I thought that they might save him for just a bit later on, but I guess get him in while Keller and McDonald aren't set. See if you can extract a wicket. Or even just a couple more dot balls, just start piling on the pressure a bit more. This has been clinical bowling from John Boy. Oh, straight down the ground. That is a shot. Don't know if it'll race away. Looks like it'll just pull up short, but well, just saves it. It's a bit of an eccentric dive from my there. But again, he'll take the 2. That's good. No boundaries. He's bowling smart. He's bowling cheap. When we look at the game afterwards, this kind of bowling performance could mean a lot. And that one was just kind of a bit, he got the line wrong there. He's lucky that's not been hit for 4. He just kind of slid down to the leg, and Amac was able to kind of clip it off his pads. And the field's not really set for that, so John Boy will need to slack himself a bit here. Don't let the line slide too far down the leg side. And he's done exactly what I just said again, except he's missed the length as well. And that's been punished. The field's not set for that. Any batsman with a bit of competency will put that one away. That was a very easy delivery to put to the rope there. Oh, John Boy. He had such a good first, I don't know, 9 balls, and now he's just kind of letting things slip. He's still not taken a wicket this season. He's got 1 ball left in his over to maybe remedy that. I mean, I think the Scorchers will still take this kind of performance from John Boy. I think overall it's been good. This last over's just been a touch expensive. And there's a fielder out there this time, but again, it's still not great in terms of line. Just allowing Amac to kind of clip it off the pads too easily.
Down a fine leg. Kind of a deep backwards square. So Aaron White will come in, so that would probably mean... I don't even know who's left to take the last over. Oh, inside edge onto the pads. Maverick Keller could have been gone there. I thought he chopped that onto the stumps for all money. But this is kind of what I mean about Maverick Keller. He's facing his second ball in the 8th over. And you don't really want that from a batsman like Maverick. And see, he's going to get himself off strike immediately here. Oh, he's going to get himself run out. That is what has happened there? Maverick Keller with the all-time mix-up. I'm speechless. I don't think we've ever seen a run out that bad in the SBA. And they've run out the superstar. Maverick Keller, he's gone. Wow. Well, that won't go in his bowling record, but I reckon he should be allowed that one, Aaron White. Maverick Keller. 3 balls. I'm baffled by the tactical decision about Maverick Keller. I think it will be only a matter of time before we see him move up the order. And the Sixers, they're in all sorts now. I guess Anthony McDonald has stood up once again. I was mentioning earlier in the match that he kind of disappeared in the Four Nations. England didn't make the playoff, the grand final. And in part because of that. But Anthony McDonald is here today. He shot up a Perth. That's a 6. That's 6 right back. That is a beautiful shot. Poor bowling for Aaron White. Kind of chucked it up there on a full toss. Outside off, full toss, right in the slot. Amen. Just put it, about 6 rows back. And they'll take that. The Sixers will take that because I don't know if this total is going to be enough. Get himself off strike. So ideally he'll want the strike for the last over. Matty Harris has no clown with the bat though. I reckon you got a free hit here, Matty. You just swing, try to hit a 6 here, and then let Amac do his business up the other end in the 9th. Or in the 10th, sorry. And I think they're going to run a single now. Will they get back to 2? They will. Oh, what is happening here? Oh, we're not going to have this glitch, are we? Fuck, that's annoying. Okay, well, we'll reset it a little bit. I don't know how far this is going to go back. We'll go back to the start of the 9th over. So Maverick Keller is still in. Wow, this could mean a lot in the big scheme of things. Or it could mean very little. We'll see. The run out has been wiped off the record. It never happened. Maverick did not have that big fuck up. Let's see if he can make the most of that. Given a second chance, given a second life. It seems to be benefiting the Scorchers so far. But I guess that depends on what Maverick Keller does 1-0-1 is a great way to start the over from Aaron White. It's gone a tad bit more cheaply, but I guess that's because AMAC hasn't hit a 6. And Mav Keller just dots it there to mid-off. And again, yeah, this has definitely benefited the Scorchers. I think the fact that Mav Keller is still there, though, I don't think Pretlov and Snicker will be happy with that. But so far, in terms of just pure score, it has benefited them. And it will stay that way because Maverick Keller is unable to do anything. So we reached the same kind of destination with Anthony McDonald taking strike at the opposite end of Tutafa. And I guess that's my answer for who will take the last over. So Maverick Keller back on strike. Anthony McDonald not kind of missing that one. Oh, and there we go. That's Maverick. Couple steps, 4 runs over the infield. That one was pretty easy. And he does it again. Oh, that one was a lot closer to the fielder there. I feel like if he had stuck his hands out, it would have been a catching opportunity. Maverick Keller is making the Scorchers pay here. Just a dot of luck here for the Sixers. We'll see how much it's going to benefit them, as Maverick Keller is well and truly in now. He's set. Does he look to go again? He does, and it goes again. It's Groundhog Day here at Optus Stadium. 4-4-4. What a batsman, Maverick Keller. He really has become the face of the competition in the last season and a half or so. Oh, a 4th time. It's the exact same shot. Tutafa just continuing to play into his hand. He's given him exactly what he wants. He's bowled the exact same spot 4 times in a row and been shocked when the class of Maverick Keller has put him into the stands 4 times in a row. 1 bounce. Oh, sorry, it's not gone into the stands. I thought it was in there. But despite that, it's over the rope. Oh no. Okay, there we go. I thought he was going for a 5th. 3 for 93. I think the Sixers will be stoked with that. Granted how that innings went. I think the pick of the bowlers, I mean, there wasn't really. Mai took some great wickets. I think Aaron White and Vivian Yawa were so economical. And John Boy just let it slip in terms of the bowling. He had a really good opportunity there to go like below 10 runs conceded in the innings. But nonetheless, he was still decent. And here we go, Lachlan McKinnon on debut, facing the first ball to a world-class bowler such as Riley Flynn. And he drops it short, but it'll be a dot ball there. Well fielded by Anthony McDonald at mid-on. I suppose that's short mid-on. Short mid-off. Maybe another dot. I feel like McKinnon will probably take his time to get into this.
I can't remember if he played a reserve game or if he was after that. I feel like he might have been after that because I can't really remember how he went in the reserves. Though it was nearly a month ago, so. Was just about to compliment Riley Flynn on this great start, but he won't be happy with that. Although, 2 off it, not too bad. Nearly some overthrows. Matty Harris put himself in a good position there to regain the rebound. Make sure that didn't go for any more runs than I had to. And, little mix-up in the field. Won't cost him too much. So another 2. Riley Flynn, this has been a great over. I believe, from memory, Riley Flynn is the most economical bowler of all time. Which is really impressive considering pacemen seem to get punished in the SBL quite a bit. I guess it's a testament to the Sixers, and I think that they probably deserve to win the comp last season as well. Matty Harris nearly pulling off a miracle. Justin Dolan, one of the highest wicket takers in the SBL as well. This bowling lineup for the Sixers is very strong. Another reason I kind of find it odd that they elected to bowl first, the Scorchers. You would think that with the class of the Sixers bowling lineup, you'd think that they would be able to defend a pretty low total, but especially when they know what they're defending. Kind of like a psychological aspect to it. McKinnon, he kind of needs to get a move on here. Oh, and that's not it. That spun a mile. And McKinnon read absolutely none of it. Hits the middle. It's the top of middle. That was a great ball. It's pitched a metre outside off. Spun all the way back to middle stump. And here's the man. He's struggled with some inconsistencies in his career. Last week, he scored a brilliant 48 not out. He would have been kicking himself, but he's still not got a 50 in the SBL. One of the only Season 1 batsmen, pure batsmen, that haven't scored a 50 in the SBL. So to get 48 not out, that's got to be bittersweet for him. So we'll see if he can go one bigger today. We've got high hopes for him. I think he's finally figured out his role in a team. He's kind of shifted around the 1, 2 and the 3 throughout his entire career. Justin Dolan, what an over. It's essentially a maiden. Oh, in a slip. If they had a slip in. Oh, what could have been. Or even if Matty Harris was paying a bit more attention there. 1 for 3 off the over though. Justin Dolan will very much take that. So the skipper will come in for a bowl. Not running on the misfield again. I think the Sixers, and even the Scorchers earlier in the last innings, they haven't been too keen to run on those misfields. Scorchers batsmen just seem to be struggling to maybe pick the ball. Edge from Balbrella. They look really uncomfortable, the Scorchers. Uncomfortable with their batting stance. Seem to be edging it around, unable to score some runs, picking out the fielders. It's great captaincy from Blair Curtin with the field settings and from the bowlers as well to bowl to those fields, because they are a little bit unorthodox.
and that's why, because there's massive gaps out there. But so far they haven't been bowling that kind of ball where it's just been allowing them to kind of clip it off the legs or you know, hook it. Trying to force something there, Tim James. He's lucky not to get out of that. And again, the pressure seems to be mounting. Oh, I thought we had a run out. We got robbed of a run out earlier in the match with Maverick Keller, and I thought Tim James was going for all money there. Just manages to get home.
End of the over. Perth Scorchers are now on.
And again, another very solid over from Black Curtain. The Scorchers well under the the run rate here. 1 for 13 off 3. Yeah, required run rate up around 11.5 now. It's getting pretty tough. Just purely because of how these roads have been playing in the first couple of weeks. They're not really being road kind of pitches. The bowlers seem to be having a lot of fun. And another dot. It's just dot after dot after dot. And the sixes will even take singles and twos at this point because, you know, the over rate, the run rate, I keep saying over rate, the run rate is getting a little out of hand. Justin Dolan putting the clamps on here. Let's see if he can continue it. That's a shocker. That's right in the slot for Snicker to hit. There's a big gap there between mid-on and I don't know what the name of that field would be. There's a big gap there, and Dolan's just put it right where Snicker can hit there. And he's done it again, back to back. It's mid-on and mid-wicket. Big gap between mid-on and mid-wicket. And this is kind of what Balbroa needed for a bit of confidence. You can see that he can hit some shots now. Might start to get him kind of flowing. He's still only hitting it just over a run a ball. Oh, Dolan again. He's bowling so well, and he's, again, it's the same as what happened in the Scorchers bowling innings. Just when the ball starts to slide down the line to the leg side, these fields are really not set up for that. I think maybe Dolan's getting impatient and trying to search for a wicket. They've got a fielder back there at square leg, deep square leg. Oh, what a catch. That has taken me by surprise. I was not expecting that one. Snicker a bit unlucky there. He's just to play that down. And Matty Harris, he's made up for the earlier lack of attention. He was right on that. That almost looked superhuman. And Justin Dolan, he better go shout Matty a beer because there was never a wicket in that one. Lightning McQueen is the attack, and the Sixers, they're looking very good. Oh, I can see what he was doing there, Lightning. They had two fielders out there. Tim James picked the gap well. Just searching for the wicket there, searching for a hit. We see that quite often in the SPL. That kind of on the sweep, they hit it back there to, I guess, kind of like a backward square leg. Oh, and that one's very fine. That is extremely fine leg. Tim James, well done. Great batting from Tim James. Hit a couple of boundaries, rotate the strike, although a misfield, and they do decide to run on it this time. Even so, great batting. Little dink. Doesn't need to hit a boundary every ball. Especially since he's now 10 off the first 3 deliveries off Liney McQueen. It's been expensive. And this time he'll just dink it and get the single, pending another misfield. Yeah, sensational batting from Tim. New batsman to the crease. Chance bunts will get a chance. Pun not intended. Oh. Yeah, I don't know what they're appealing for there. Chance just trying to replicate Tim's shot earlier with the fine shot. He punches that off the back foot. That was an incredible shot. I don't know why he didn't come forward to that. Chad Johnson. Here's someone that really impressed me in the Four Nations for Ireland. He's kind of been up and down in his career, but gee, he had a good Four Nations campaign. The Scorchers are well under run rate here, so a little chop here from Tim James. They need to pick a bowler and really take him for like 20 off the over. Oh, nearly onto the stumps. He's nearly played that onto the stumps there, Tim James. Chad Johnson, this has been great pressure bowling. Really starting to put the pressure on the Scorchers, and it is very quickly getting out of reach. Oh, and I say that's 6. Tim James, shot. First row. I think someone just caught that in the crowd. They all seem to be cheering down there. Tim James. Oh, what a shot. And here we go, let's see. Oh, a one-handed catch in the crowd with the beer in the left. What a beauty. And Tim James has given something for this home crowd to cheer about here. And he's hit another boundary as well. That's another 4. They've salvaged that over. The Scorchers they were sweating on that. Blair Curtin back into the attack. We need a bit of a skipper's knock here. Maybe just shut this game down. Another 6 runs and you know, it looks pretty good. And that, speaking of 6 runs, oh, 1 bounce. A little bit of rope. Chance bunts, little reverse sweep. It was a bit cheeky, especially with those fielders out there. And another 4. Well, the Scorchers might be on here. They're starting to kind of go up in the gears. They've been sitting in first gear for most of this game, and now last over they went up to second, and perhaps we're seeing third gear right now. Chance bunts and Tim James. Unlikely heroes, but could we see them pull off a bit of a miracle considering the position they were in not that long ago?
Oh, what a shot from James Bunce. Advances up another one bounce over the rope, 4 runs. I'll tell you what, this game does have a bit of feeling in it. It's such an early game in the season because whoever wins this will go up to 4 points, be the first team on 4 points. Really get their season off to a great start and kind of try to cement a final spot as early as possible. They only play 4 games this season, so a 50% win rate. It puts you in a pretty good spot. And it'll be 6 points when you factor in the bye. And they have that up. Oh, little edge from Tim James. Lucky not to get out there. And good fielding just to keep it to a single. So going to the 8th over with Tim James on strike to Lightning McQueen. This could go. I think if the Scorchers want to win this, I mean the run rate's back down to 10.6. But I think if the Scorchers want to win this, Lightning McQueen is the one to go after, and they do go after him. Tim James, what a shot. That's the best shot of the night. That is a beautiful shot. I don't think that one was there to be hit for 6, but he made it happen. Wow. That was a very nice shot from Tim James, and he's looking to go big now. 34 of 16, he is big time set. Don't sit into the offside for the single. They go to 2 for 69, nice. And this run rate, well, it's getting close to 1 a ball. 25 of 16 is extremely doable. I think the Sixers are probably sweating a bit here. And Bunce with a great square shot. He sweeps that right through square. 4 runs. And this is what I was talking about. Lightning McQueen had to be the one they had to punish. He's now 0 for 23 off his 1.3 overs. Oh, what a reverse. Oh, he's picked the field beautifully as well, Bunce. They're starting to sweat the Sixers. They're starting to sweat. 17 off 14. You'd say the Scorchers are in the box seat here, which is insane to say considering the position they were in. Let's see, one more boundary makes this extremely achievable. And that's what they get. Bunce moves to 27. The Scorchers move to 81. And the total gets to 13 off 12. That's the equation. Just over 1 a ball. Blair adjusts the field for Riley Flynn, and in comes the most economical bowler in the competition. And boy, does he need to be economical here to just give the Sixers a chance. And he has smashed it. The field is there. 4 runs. Oh, my mind went through a rush of emotions then where I thought Tim was out. And then I thought maybe it would get cut off by the fielder. But it races across the boundary. 4 runs. You don't see that from Riley Flynn often. 9 from 11. It's looking dire. Oh, another shot. Tim James, the hero. 4 runs. Just 1 more boundary to even the scores. And they're 1 hit away from winning with a maximum. The run rate down to an insane number. Short ball, edged, 4. Scores are level. Scores are level, and it's off the back of Tim James. He scored a measly 8 runs off 7 in his last hit out. The Scorchers needed someone to stand up this season. You thought after last week it was going to be Snicko Balbroa. Well, perhaps we're going to have a new hero every week for the Scorchers. Another situation of 48 not out could be on the cards here. Can he one-up Snicko? Oh, he's nearly played it onto the stumps. You can see a sigh of relief there from Tim James. He wants a 50 as well. And he's hit it straight to the fielder again. You can hear the crowd getting very loud now. They want Tim James, who's been at the club since season 1. They hit a big milestone here. And I think that's what he's done. Oh, what did he cut off? He's going to be 49 not out. Oh, so unfortunate. But I tell you what, that is a brilliant performance from the Perth Scorchers. I doubted them the whole way through. I never thought they were a chance. But they've managed to pull off a miracle through the bats of Tim James and Chance Bunce. Wow. What a game. We'll have a quick look at the scorecard. Yeah, Snicko had a bit of a tough going. It was a bit of a slow strike rate, but big runs in the end. And really none of the bowlers stood up. I mean, Dolan and Johnson were probably the best. Although Johnson didn't get his second over, and so he probably would have gone for a fair amount too. So I think Justin Dolan really is the only Sixers bowler that really put up much of a fight. Well, yeah, I've been your Commissioner, Jack Carl. Thank you for watching, and good on you, Tim James.